Wow, this has been a crazy year. Every year, I like to make a video showcasing the best tech breakthroughs of the year. I'm optimistic about the future and excited for what's to come. The pace of change is incredible, making it very difficult to keep up with. There were many things that happened this year that will likely change the course of humanity forever. In historic times, it may have taken centuries of innovation to create civilization-altering technologies. Now it's only taking years. 2023 will be remembered as the year of AI. AI, or artificial intelligence, something that was recently thought of as an inclusion to a sci-fi film, has now become reality. OpenAI popularized this charge when they first released ChatGPT. At first, ChatGPT could do things like write poems, help you write a story, and provide you with facts similar to a Google search. However, it was prone to confidently making things up. However, now it can analyze entire research papers, write entire research papers, it can code, debate you about any topic you like, teach you new things in whatever difficulty level you want, give you information about a photo or make a photo for you, be a personal trainer, provide you with half-decent medical advice, and even search the web for you. Starting to sound a lot like Jarvis from Iron Man, and countless companies are working on this. These things are pretty spectacular, but perhaps it will help to just show you what AI can currently do.
Did you know that AI voices can whisper? Or do pretty much anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats because this is one bizarre sight. We have reports of an enormous fluffy pink monster strutting its stuff through downtown.
I didn't know when to make my The Future is Here video because things are changing daily. When people speak of AI, they talk about utopias, worldwide abundance, or they talk about AIs taking over the world and killing all of humanity. The future probably holds neither extreme, but the talk of these extremes indicate just how significant this technology is. Spaceflight had another exciting year as well. When there was once only one company striving to make reusable rockets, there is now 6, including Rocket Lab, Relativity Space, Blue Origin, Stoke Aerospace, SpaceX, and even China, all working to develop at least a partially reusable rocket. Most of these companies plan to test these rockets in 2024. SpaceX finally launched Starship, and excitement was guaranteed. We got some exciting footage and some really good explosions from the world's most powerful rocket. Artemis 1 splashed down successfully, with NASA calling it a mission success, with only some small issues to work through before Artemis 2. Falcon 9, we set another assortment of records. There has been 89 launches this year as of early December, and one of the boosters has flown 18 times. In total, SpaceX has launched 11 crewed missions, with 3 of those being flown with private individuals. We've come a long way since the days of Bob and Doug. On to some science. The most fun thing of the year came from a supposed discovery of a room temperature superconductor that promised to revolutionize material science and engineering. X social media had a blast with this one, with constant memes of "it's so over" and "oh, we're so back," popping back and forth daily as new studies emerged. The best part is that this material is relatively easy to make, so people all around the world, from a Russian anime cat girl to engineers at an aerospace startup, they tasked themselves with replicating and testing the material. It ultimately proved not to be a room temp superconductor, but the whole world got to learn a lot about superconductors and the scientific method in the process. Now, on to the speed round, where if you weren't convinced that we live in the future already, then perhaps this will convince you. Apple's M3 chip was released, marking the first computer chip on a 3nm process. Qualcomm has now come out to be a serious competitor in the computer ARM chip race with their Snapdragon Elite X chip. Intel is making architectural changes as well to keep up. Wi-Fi 7 is now a thing, despite Wi-Fi 6 still being pretty new. Wendy's is trialing an automated drive-thru ordering system. Apple announced their new augmented reality headset called the Vision Pro. Meta partnered with Ray-Ban to create smart sunglasses. The Tesla bot is now sorting blocks and walking around confidently. Tesla Full Self-Driving has made significant improvements. You can now order a self-driving Waymo through Uber. Beam Solar Charging provides off-grid EV charging using only the sun. There are now electric semi-trucks driving on the roads. We've created our second successful fusion ignition. OSIRIS-REx visited an asteroid and returned samples back to Earth. Moxie created oxygen on Mars, paving the way for people to visit. Meanwhile, Ingenuity has made 67 flights on the planet. The James Webb Space Telescope found signs of a chemical existing on another planet that is so far only associated with life. Surgeons in New York completed the world's first whole eye transplant surgery with moderate success. It was announced this year that a new medicine called AOH 1996 could be our best attempt yet at a generalized and effective treatment against cancers, and is currently in clinical trials. And finally, XPRIZE, a non-profit that holds competitions, is now trying to tackle aging by providing $100 million to the first team that can extend the health span of a person by 10 years or more by the year 2030. On the topic of AI, I've been amazed at how fast things have moved this year. And I mean like really fast. Companies are rising and falling in months. And so many new companies have risen up developing new AI products and just embracing AI. Last year I talked about how we may be able to do text to video, and in less than a year, now we can do it. DeepMind released a paper about artificial general intelligence because a lot of people think that we're close. We are currently categorized as having emerging AGI, but it's expected to advance quite quickly. Experts in the field used to think AGI was decades away, and now that timeline has shifted to just a few years. It is still far from perfect though, just take the Will Smith eating spaghetti test as an example. To highlight how important people believe large language models are, Aurora, a supercomputer dedicated to science. After shortly coming online, the managers of the supercomputer decided that the most useful thing they could do with a computer is to train a large language model AI. They could be doing anything with this computer, yet they're building an AI. It's interesting seeing how some jobs are changing. The rate of change in some fields is so fast that by the time you start and finish a 4-year degree, the field has already changed significantly, making some of the things you've learned obsolete. If large language models continue to get more advanced, this impact will be felt even greater. Our world is about to change, and I'm excited to see what will happen. The future is here, and the future is great. Another year closes, and another one to soon begin.